When you eat, the calorie you take in from the food, the body uses it for your daily function. So when the body takes the amount that it needs, the remaining, it stores it in the body as fat. Have you been drinking all the slimming teas in the market, like the Indonesia tea, the Portuguese tea, the Nigerian tea, the Aboki tea, and purging up and down, all in the name of losing some weight? You might be doing yourself some harm than good and wasting money on those things and your time. Now, can I tell you that there are healthier ways to achieve your desired results without taking all those concoctions? So sit tight and watch this video till the end. But before we continue, quickly like this video, share so that others can learn too, and subscribe and click the notification button so that you'll be the first to know whenever we come online. Let's continue. Whenever we talk about weight management, you hear things like calorie here, calorie there, and people have been wondering, what is this calorie? Calorie simply means the measure of the amount of energy in the food we eat or drink. And this energy is what the body uses to function. And we have the daily requirement for men and for women. The daily calorie requirement for men is 2,500 kilocalories, and for the women it is 2,000 kilocalories. So when you eat and you take in calories more than the body would use, the body will just take the amount it wants and it would store the rest as fat in your body. So when this continues over a long period of time, the fat will continue to deposit in your body and you'll find out that you're getting overweight, and over a longer period of time you would become obese. But when you eat and take in the amount of calorie that the body uses, you would maintain your weight. Then on the other hand, when you eat and the amount of calorie that you take in is not up to the amount of calorie that the body requires, the body would now begin to use the fat that is already stored in your body. So that is when you begin to notice that you're losing some weight. And if this continues over a very long period of time, you would find out that you're becoming underweight. And either of these extremes, either being underweight or overweight, they all have their health implications, and you don't want that. So today we are going to look at how to calculate your BMI, that is the body mass index. This would help you to know whether your weight is within the normal range or below or above. We're going to use the WHO standard. But before we do that, for those that are scared of mathematics, don't worry, okay? We're going to make it easy breezy. Before we go into the calculation, here are ways to manage your weight. First, healthy eating. You must make sure that when you eat, these following things are included in your diet. You must have fruit, example apple. You must have vegetables, example your beetroot. If you have not seen our video on beetroot, quickly go to our YouTube channel, Dr. Uzumma, Dr. D-O-C-T-O-R, Uzumma, U-Z-U-M-M-A, and watch the video on the beetroot. Also check the link on the comment section of this video. You must have lean proteins, example your chicken and your turkey, and be careful to remove the back because you also have high fat proteins, but cut down on that. So always go for the lean proteins like the chicken and turkey we've talked about, but be careful to remove the back, okay, so you can cut down on the fat. You also have your whole grains, example your brown rice, your whole wheat bread, and also go for nuts, example your almond nuts, your walnuts. All these are important. Don't forget to add your legumes and also drink enough water. We've also talked about the right way to drink water and the right amount of water to take on a daily basis. The link to our video on how to drink water will be on the comment section. That's if you have not seen it on our YouTube channel, Dr. Uzumma. Do well to check out the channel. You will see all these videos there. Go through them so that it will help you have a full grasp of what we're talking about today. 2. Try and get adequate sleep. If you want to manage your weight, you must have adequate sleep. You can't put that aside. Without adequate sleep, that's 8 hours of sleep every day, you find it difficult to manage your weight. The number 3 point would be physical exercise. You have to be physically active at least 2 to 3 hours in a week for adults, and for children 60 minutes every day, that's 1 hour. So you have to make sure that in all you do every day, make it at least 30 minutes to have some exercise. In 1 week, you would have done up to 2 to 3 hours for the adults. Then for the children, it's recommended 1 hour of physical exercise every day. Number 4, exclusively breastfeeding a child within the first 6 months of life reduces the child's risk of being overweight or obese in the future. So please make it a duty, make it a duty to breastfeed your child. Other members of the family, encourage the breastfeeding mothers to exclusively breastfeed the first 6 months of life. Number 5, maintain a healthy body mass index, which is within the range of 18.5 to 24.9 for everyone, both the men and the women. So having mentioned this, we are going to go into the calculation now. Now to the BMI calculation. The formula is weight in kilogram over height in meters squared. But just keep the units by the side, okay? Before we start to calculate, here is the normal, here are the ranges. Anything less than 18.5 is underweight. Then 18.5 to 24.9 is the normal weight range. 25 to 29.9 is overweight. And 30 and above is obesity. So I'm going to give us some examples to buttress the point that I've just made now. Using a 75 kg man as an example. Remember, I told us the formula is weight over height squared. So now we have the weight 75 kg, and if this man is 2.1 meters, that's the person's height. Now we're going to double, the height is in squared. We're going to use 4 people as an example. If the first man is 2.1 meters, remember for the height we're going to square the height. So it's going to be 75 over 2.1 times 2.1. When you say squared, please, it is not 2.1 times 2. It's going to give you a different answer. It is 2.1 times 2.1, and that would give us 4.41. So 75 over 4.41 would give us an approximate of 17. And now when we check the table that we have, 17 is less than 18.5. So that means this man that is 2.1 meters tall with a weight of 75 kg is underweight. Okay, let's look at the second example. We have another person that is 75 kg, and this person's height now is 1.8. When we square the 1.8, it will be 1.8 times 1.8, giving us 3.24. So 75 over 3.24 would give us an approximate of 23 kg. So now with this BMI of 23, we go back to the chart and we'll see that 23 is within the normal range. The normal range again is 18.5 to 24.9. Now to the third example. This same third person is weighing 75 kg, but his height is 1.6. So when you square the height, which is 1.6 times 1.6, you would have 2.59. Now we would do 75 over 2.56, and that would give us an approximate of 29.1. And when we check our charts, you would see that 29.1 is within the range of overweight. Remember again, our overweight range is 25 to 29.9. The third example is still someone that is weighing 75 kg, but the person's height now is 1.5. So when you do 1.5 times 1.5, it would give you 2.25. So 75 over 2.25, that's an approximate of 33.3. And when we go back to the chart, you would see that this person is obese because the range is 30 and above. So with 33, the person is already dealing with obesity. So why I have to use the same weight for everybody for the 4 examples we had is sometimes when people of different heights come to weigh themselves and they see it's the same weight, they might all go home rejoicing, oh, I'm doing fine, my kg is good. No, I just want to point out how your height can affect the whole thing. Okay, so if the person that is 1.5 meters tall would have to register at the gym or begin to go through the process of weight loss, and now the person whose height is 2.1 joins him, you see the person is doing a wrong thing because this person is already underweight. With the height of 2.1, you're already, and a kg of 75, you're already underweight. So you don't have to go mimicking or joining the person whose height is 1.5 with a kg of 75 that is obese to go and be doing weight loss programs or drinking all those slimming teas or concoctions in the market that poses health threats. So this is just an eye-opener. What goes for one, what works for one person might not work for the other. So be careful to know your normal body weight and know where you stand before you indulge in the different weight management programs out there. Thank you for watching this video. So don't forget to like this video. I'm sure you learned a thing or two, and share so that others would learn. And subscribe to this YouTube channel, Dr. Uzumma, Dr. D-O-C-T-O-R, Uzumma, U-Z-U-M-M-A. And also click the notification button so you'll be the first to know whenever we come online. Also join us on our various social media platforms. The handle remains Dr. Uzumma, U-Z-U-M-M-A. We are going to go into the calculation now. For the BMI calculation, the formula is weight in kilogram over height in meter squared. Okay, so we're going to use examples. So we're going to look at 4 examples. But before then, I'll just write at this corner the different ranges. Anything less than 18.5 is under weight. Anything 18.5 to 24.9 is normal. Then 25 to 29.9 is overweight, and anything 30 equal to or greater than 30 is obese. So I'm going to give us 4 examples so that we can appreciate this very well. Using a 75 kg man, that's the weight, whose height is 2.1. Remember we'll have to square this. When we talk about square, it is 2.1 times 2.1, not 2.1 times 2. No, this is wrong. This is the right thing to do. So 2.1 times 2.1, it would give us 75 over. This would give us 4.41. And we'll have an approximate of 17. So now, this 17, when we come back here and check, we'll see that 17 is less than 18.5. So that means this first person is underweight. Our second example would be someone who is 75 kg and the height is 1.8 times 1.8. It would be 75 over 3.24, and that would be 23 kilogram per meter squared. So now 23, you would see that is within this range. So this second person is normal. And the third example would be a 75 kg person still with a height of 1.6 times 1.6, because the formula is height squared. 1.6 times 1.6, that would be 2.56, and that would give us 29.1. With this 29.1, we can see that this person is on this range. So this person here is overweight. So now to the fourth example. Still using a 75 kg man, it would be 75 over the height now for this fourth man is 1.5 times 1.5, because we have to square the height. So that would be the 1.5 times 1.5 would give us 2.25. So when we divide 75 by 2.25, it would give us 33.3. So with this now, we can see that this person is within this range, that's obese. So why did we go through all these calculations? To point out that 2 or 4 people can have the same weight, but because of their height, they fall into different categories. So it would be very wrong for Mr. A to join Mr. D to go and start doing weight management programs, because he is already underweight. And by the time he continues losing more weight, he'll be doing himself more harm than good. So that is why you have to know where you belong before you begin any weight management program. And we've already talked about how to manage your weight the right way. Thank you for watching this video. Don't fail to like and share so that others can learn. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Dr. Uzumma, UZUMMA, and click the notification button so you'll be the first to know when next we post interesting videos. And join us on our other social media platforms on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok with the handles Dr. Dr. Uzumma, UZUMMA. Thank you and see you in our next video. Bye for now.